always will be a social issue around the world. There's everyday racism where people are called names, abused, and harassed. Racism applies to eating in a restaurant, drinking from a water fountain, using a bathroom, attending school, and going to the movies, or the rental or purchase of a home. It can also deal with letting a person's race or skin color become a factor when deciding who gets a job, promotion, or other employment benefit. There is racial abuse, which can be verbal or physical and can include attacks on property and people. Racial abuse and threatening behavior can happen in lots of places. It can happen over a long period of time and can make life a misery for the victims. Many people have been taught at a young age about racism. Racism mostly comes from people's ideas, and if we could get rid of those ideas, we could get rid of racism. Racism started with slave trading capitalism. Slaveholders thought that it was natural just because of your race. They thought African Americans were not considered humans, so they were born to be slaves. Racial attitudes have not improved in the 4 years since the United States elected its first black president. An Associated Press poll finds that the majority of Americans now express prejudice towards blacks. 51% of Americans now have anti-black attitudes, compared with 41% in a 2008 survey. When measured by a racial attitude test, the number of Americans who didn't like blacks jumped to 56%, up from 49% during the last presidential election. In both tests, the share of Americans expressing pro-black attitudes fell. Most Americans expressed anti-Hispanic attitudes too. In a survey done in 2011, 52% of non-Hispanic whites expressed anti-Hispanic attitudes. That figure rose to 57%. There's someone at the door. The reason I chose this topic is because people for many years have been racist or prejudiced in one way or another. Some people are racist because of the way a person looks, their color, or beliefs. Other people may not want someone for a job because of the race they are. They think they are inferior to them. Another reason I picked this topic is because my family has believed that it is wrong for an interracial relationship or marriage. They think you should be able to find someone of the same color because of how many people there are in the world. I picked the song One by Creed because it talks about affirmative action and how they take one person to give to another. The chorus throughout the song says how a person feels helpless because they cannot do anything to help the situation. They feel angry and violent about how they want the world to change, but not wanting to change their mind. They feel this is the solution to end racism. The first verse is talking about affirmative action being a good idea, which means favoring people that are being discriminated against. It also talks about everyone being equal, coming together, and being one. It says that a person being treated badly has continued, unity is being ignored, and people keep doing things they know are wrong. The second verse is referring to people noticing the race of others. Some people are given special consideration over others because of their race or nationality and not their individuality. The more we discriminate against a certain race, the more they will start to discriminate against us and hatred begins to grow. The world is heading for more separation and individuality. We want unity, but as a group we don't. I feel that this song is a good example of why racism is wrong because it talks about discrimination, separation, and how in the end all people want is for everyone to be equal.
Sorry, I didn't have him up there.
That's okay.
Much more.